Hello and welcome back to Prison Architect. It has been a long while since I've done any videos. I know. To put it into perspective, it is currently the... Hold on, what is the date today? It is the 3rd of January. The 3rd of January. Last time I played Prison Architect was the 20th of December. So I have fallen very far behind in, well, my channel. Reason behind that is I've started to try and do some extra videos with my drone. None of them have been released publicly because I'm still figuring out if it's even worth my time to do it. If you want to see the videos I've done so far, I'll put them in the description. They are unlisted, so feel free to share them if you want, but it's more of a test phase at the moment. But yes, that is my lame excuse for why I have not done videos for a while. Moving right along, Prison Architect has the female gender. That just sounds... The way I said that just sounded sexist and bad. Just... You know what? No. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing with this. My god, what am I doing with my life right now? Prison Architect now has female prisons. That's what I was trying to get across. Alright. Now that we've crossed that bridge, let us do things with the prisons. So, we have our female prisoner selected. I'm going to try the lobbyist warden this time, only because I'm not too sure how the females act in fights. See, the problem I'm facing at the moment is I'm tiptoeing around to not sound sexist in any way, shape or form, so I am choosing my words very carefully, if you haven't already guessed. But anyway, female selected the lobbyist. Like I said, I'm not too sure how the females react in fights and whatnot, so I'm kind of just giving it a go. And, you know, with money and stuff now, I'm going to see how well this guy goes with having a more under-the-control prison. So, let us see what happens here. Medium size, fog of war is on, forests are on, generate lakes. I haven't done a lake prison in a very long time, and I'm feeling a bit of a challenge, seeing the lobbyist has kind of... remove the need for, you know, the fancy schmancy deadly prisoners. So let's turn those on. Let's turn those on and see what we get. So, failure conditions, gangs, events, all ticked, medium. Let's go. You fucking serious? You fucking serious? That is some bullshit. How am I meant to build a prison on here? The delivery... What the fuck? Okay. That was just super retarded. Let's try again. Did I even tick lakes that time? I don't think I did. Let's try again. Alright, lakes on. Fog of war. Gangs, events. Failure conditions. Medium. Alright, that's, okay. That works a little bit, I guess. It's, yeah, I could build something like this. I reckon I could do it. First and foremost, let's turn off, wait, hold on. Is my... Oh, wait, hold on. Did I... Oh, psychologist. Okay, that's fine. The warden. He is... I did choose the right one, didn't I? Yeah, the lobbyist. I did. Okay, cool. Cool. That picture just threw me off. But yes, I can build something with this prison. Definitely. Let's turn off the intake. First and foremost. Planning-wise, this is going to be interesting because if we have walls, I want to try and maximize the space without having retarded corridors or weird kind of settings, or, you know, not so much settings, but more weird parts of a prison. So if we kind of limit the wasted space, like this here could probably go up even further and go to there, but then we start getting these really stupidly designed fences that I just don't like. They're just, ugh, they're disgusting. I'm not going to build that close to the road, but I will build my barrier fence there and have maybe, I don't know, that much between the barrier fence and the actual outside. So I'll have the standard doors that you put in here, like we do in every prison ever. The problem I'm going to face though with this is, actually no, it's not going to be a problem because we can segregate high security to regular population, or even death row if we go that far with it. The other hand as well is because females require the nursery with their babies, that could be segregated as well. So if we make a decent sized corridor, none of that 2x2 crap, we could make a little nursery section on this side of the lake. Doesn't have to be massive, but big enough to not take up, big enough to not need that much space. That's more than enough. If we then have a second corridor going through here, that can then go into the general population of maxed security and whatnot. So if we have the prison design like this, standard cells in here, I reckon. Oh man, I love it when unplanned things just work. If we have 4 cells there, could even extend that out really to have more. Plans. Oh man, is that going to line up properly as well? No, it's not. Oh, I was pushing the barrel just a little bit too much. I might leave that open then and just make this section here the nursery. What size do I need for the nursery though? There's no size. So if we make the nursery essentially this entire area here, 7 table, cloth, bench, play, crib. Because they also need their own cells, don't they? Family cells. They have to be 4x4. Shit. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. We will just scrap this entire section here. So it has to be 4x4, which is what, 6x6. Yeah. That's just ruined things for me. Well, no, it hasn't actually. It's just more thrown a wrench in the works, as it would be called. So we have 1, 2, 3, and we'll just go there. So 4 there. We could probably also make it double-sided and have 8 total. I reckon that probably work better, to be honest. So if we have 8 family cells, like so. Actually, we could even have more than that. We could do more. And then like a little, I don't know, whatever that's meant to be. Solitary? Do they need solitary? I don't know if they do or not. I can't remember. I haven't actually researched that much, to be honest with you, but even then, that could just be scrapped and just have 8. I think having 8 total is more than enough, to be honest. More than enough. Alright, so we'll have the nursery there, then the family cells there. Now, that's all well and dandy, but the next problem we're going to face is having the general high-sec population in here. Because I don't want to have like a standard doorway like this to go into nursery and then into max set. That'll just look a bit silly and not cool at all. So if we segregate it even more, we can make the corridor come down. This is going to look so dumb, just thinking about it, but we could have the corridor come pretty much all the way to the entrance and have its own separate access path to the nursery area. That way, it's completely separate. There's no kind of cross sections whatsoever. It's just going to be in and that's it. Which also means we could then segregate this section here to... That's a bit big, actually. So if we use this pathway here for the max, the high security section, we can just piggyback it off normal security. So, rather than having a huge corridor, we could have the doorway there, and then have normal security in this section, and then have low security down here. So low security will be the majority of the population, followed by medium, and then high security at the end. It seems a bit odd to put the nursery there, but with the corridor access through here, so we'll have the reception area... That's a bit big. That's huge. How big does reception have to be? Really? It doesn't say. Okay, that's fine. If we had the reception, say, 7, how big's that? 17 by 12. That can then split off into there. So we'll still have these kind of doorway systems here to go to, but see, if I'm doing that, I may as well just make the corridor all the way to, oh, jeez. Alright. Alright, this is going to be a interesting prison. Really interesting. Because the other thing I could do is make that just its own corridor, and then expand this out even further. And then have that go into medium security. That way, the only way that they all can combine into one is they have to go to reception to split off. Which, I don't mind, so to say, but it kind of looks a bit silly. Because that will have to line up to there to keep it uniform. But see, then like the nursery people... okay. Oh god, this is just doing my head in right now. The other problem I face is this still requires food. So if we have a kitchen, like a shared kitchen, I don't know, somewhere, the cooks will have to go, let's say it's in low security, out here, into reception, down this corridor, and into the nursery. It's... oh, Jesus. I like this idea of the nursery here and then the corridor going to it. I like that idea, but I don't like the idea of having multiple corridors to other parts of the prison. It's going to become a maze, and the NPCs will whinge, and yeah, it's going to be terrible. Let's scrap that idea. Let's scrap it. Let's get rid of the whole thing. No, not going to do it. Not going to happen. That corridor is definitely staying, though. That is definitely staying. I'll probably make it shorter, but we're definitely having that corridor. That is 100% probably staying. It probably won't, actually, because I can't make my mind up on it in the slightest. Oh, jeez. We have made no progress in this design whatsoever. We've put a fence down. We haven't done that. We've put markings where a fence will probably go in the future. That is sad. That is terrible. That is just shocking. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video here. I am going to plan out the prison and then come back to it, because this is just retarded, to say the least. It makes no sense whatsoever. So yes, until next time, I will see you all later.